Hello, good afternoon. Hello, welcome to the virtual classroom brought to you by DGT, hosted by NIMI Chennai, and myself, MP Rajan, vocation instructor, NFK Calicut. What you can see on the screen is a solar powered auto rickshaw. It's not common in Indian road now, but in near future you can expect such a solar powered auto. Okay. Now the auto driver need not to go to petrol pump for every now and then for the refilling, because this is solar powered auto rickshaw. So it's a running cost of this vehicle is now, we can say it is a free, totally free. With the solar panel you can charge the battery. Okay, but some problems are there. Auto driver may be worried about the output, the continuity of the reliability of the output. हमेशा उसका output मिलने का थोड़ा problem है. As we have discussed in the last two classes, solar panel output depends upon various things. So many things are like its angle, the insulation, radiation, and current, material qualities, etc. etc. So it is very important to know the characteristics of the solar panel, what is the current, what is voltage, what is the efficiency, etc. So today's class we'll discuss about the characteristics of solar cell. Solar cell का क्या characteristics होती है, mainly the electrical characteristics. Okay, so in this lesson we'll be discussing about various electrical parameters of solar cell. Then we'll see the effect of temperature on the solar cell, which is very important because this solar panel is exposed to the sun. And then we'll see other general factors which are normally affecting the performance of solar cell. And lastly, we'll see what are the losses pertaining to the solar cell, which decides the efficiency of the cell. So all these things we'll be explaining today's class. As we have seen in the last class, up to dekha tha, when the light is falling, on a PN junction, there is an N-type semiconductor. This orange colors and is an N-type semiconductor, and this is a P-type semiconductor. And when it is exposed to the sun, रोशनी इसके ऊपर पहुंचती है, that time the neutral atom in the PN junction is getting broken, and the negative charged electrons moving towards this terminal, and the holes are moving back, and there is an electron flow. If you are connecting this solar panel cell to an external load, a electron will move like this, or you can say the current flows from. This is what we have seen in the last class. So there is a current flow, but there are so many other currents. There are so many other currents. There are 4 currents actually flowing through the solar cell. So this is a N-type semiconductor. This is the P-type semiconductor. This is the depletion layer, what you have seen. So when the light is falling on this junction, there is an electron drift. So this rose color arrow mark you can see, this is an electron drift towards the right. Okay. The same way, there is a hole drift towards the left. So electrons which are broken up, new electron hole pairs are being formed. This out of that, these electrons are moving towards because here there is a potential barrier having positive on the right side and negative on the left side. Electrons are being attracted, and the electrons are getting accumulated, and it will be flowing through this one. Okay. So Similarly, you can say when the electrons are moving here, right side, we can say holes are moving towards the left side. So there is a electron drift towards the right and a hole drift towards the left. In addition to this, we have studied about the diode characteristics. Of course, the solar cell, when there is no light, it is acting just as good as a diode. A bigger size diode we can equate to a bigger size diode. The diode, we know there is a forward bias current. Forward bias current, that means there is a diffusion of electrons from right to the left. This is opposite to the current which is formed by the light. So this is called electron diffusion. Towards the left is electron diffusion and towards the right it is a hole diffusion. So there are 4 currents you can see. So since this is a barrier, a दीवार बन के खड़ा है, तो here this is a left side, you can say left negative potential. So electrons are repelled from this potential and moving towards the left side. Similarly, holes are diffused from here. So there is a, if suppose this is, assume this is a diode, we are giving a forward biasing. That means there will be a forward biasing current. From right to left, there will be a forward bias. If this is a positive, this is negative, there will be a forward biasing current. When the light is falling, this is a new current which is formed now. The current will be flowing, that current we can call it a light current. Light current. Okay, so light current is flowing in the left direction, in the direction opposite to the forward biasing. So if it is a diode, we call this diffusion current is a forward biasing current. Since this is not a diode, it's a solar cell, we'll call it is another name, that is called reverse saturation current, that we will discuss after some time. Okay, so these are the 4 current flow. Okay, now here we have seen there is a potential barrier or electric field. So when the electrons are flowing, if you are connecting to a load like this, there will be an electron flow like this. But only the electron flow will not deliver the power. So voltage is required, potential is required. Okay, so now the electrons are moving towards the right side, holes are moving towards that side. There is a potential field is formed, produced here, left side positive and right side negative, opposite to the field already produced in the depletion layer. Okay, now we can say there are 2 fields. One field is negative this side, positive this side, because of the flow of or accumulation of the photocurrent, and one the field across the potential barrier. This is positive and negative, and here this is negative. So this is positive. So we can say this field produced by the photon current is opposite to the potential barrier, forward bias. Okay, now let us see the collection of light generated carriers does not by itself give rise to power generation. So a voltage is required, that we have seen. Okay, so voltage generated is in a solar cell by process of, this process is known as the photovoltaic effect. Okay, so the collection of light generated carriers by PN junction causes a movement of electron to the N-type side and hole to the P-type side that we have discussed. And under short circuit condition, open circuit condition, we can see short circuit condition. What is happening in the short circuit condition? These 2 terminals are shorted. When 2 terminals are shorted, we can say there is no resistance. कोई resistance ही नहीं है. Okay, now the electron can flow without any resistance from now N-type semiconductor side to P-type semiconductor side. Okay, so now that time there is no potential here. It is, you can just equate like a water stream. You are constructing a mud dam across the stream. When the dam is there, there is no flow of current, water. But there is a pressure over on the dam. When you break the dam, there will be heavy water flow, but the pressure is disappeared. Same is the case with here. when there is no flow of current, open circuit, so field will be produced, pressure will be produced here because of the accumulation of electron carrier here and force carrier here. But there is a no current, means pressure will be there, there is no current, current will be zero. So here that time we can say this is an open circuit voltage. The voltage which is produced because of the accumulation of electron, and when it is equal to the already formed barrier potential, that time there is neither current of to the left nor current to the right side. So we can say the potential is open circuit voltage. There is no flow of current through the outside circuit. That is the open circuit. In case short circuited, there is no pressure, heavy current will flow. Your photon current is almost equal to the load current, and high current, maximum current will be flowing, but the potential will be zero. Now, let us see in deep some more. Now, this is a, you may be knowing, VI characteristics curve of a normal diode. So this is a normal diode. As I said, a solar cell in dark is equal to a diode. So in the diode, there is a forward biasing current I0. In solar cell, we call it as a reverse saturation current. And this I0 is there. And we all know when you apply the potential, that this is the main difference between diode and solar cell. In diode, we will be biasing the diode either forward way or the reverse way. So just assume there is a forward biasing. So this is the graph showing the current flow. So till the barrier potential is crossed, there is a current, there is no increase in the current. And when it is crossed the barrier potential, the current will be increasing rapidly. So this is what is actually happening in the diode we already see. Okay, now this in the case of dark. In the light side, when the sunlight is falling over the solar diode, now there is a you can say there is a current source. There is a current flow. This current flow is called a light current because of the breaking down of electron atom at the bottom depletion layer. आपका electron proton holes pair बन जाता है. The flow of electron एक current बनाता है. That current is called light current. And you can see this light current and your diode current or reverse saturation current are opposite direction. This is forward biasing current, and this is because of the diffusion of the carriers, and this is because of the photon acting on the n-type semiconductor, junction, and there is a current. Okay, now we can say current is in this current. If you already earlier we have taken the positive side, so this current is in the reverse side. So when the voltage is there, current is also, when the photon intensity is increased, the current also will be increased in the reverse direction. This is we have shown just because of to show that this is a opposite to the diode. Okay, or we can take in the conventional form. We can take the current, the photo current in the opposite direction also. To calculate the current, power and all, we can take it, if the cell is generating power, the convention is to invert the current axis. Now this is a solar cell, light is falling on that. So there are two currents, IL and IO. The difference between the IL and IO will be the current flowing through the loop. So you can say this is the current flowing. This is the IV characteristics curve of the solar cell. Okay. Equivalent model of a solar cell. Now the solar cell equivalent model we can make same thing. This is a diode. There is a light current opposite to the diode current, ID or I0 we can say. I photo or I light. IL is the current flowing opposite to that. There are two resistances, series resistances and shunt resistances. And series resistance is just because of the there are resistance in the metal contacts, there are resistance at the edge. There are so many contacts, solders are there. So all these resistance can be catered to series resistance. So this is the resistance because of some defect in the PN junction. Because of the defect, there will be a resistance and there will be a current flowing also. There will be a potential across this RP. This is the parasitic resistance, we can call it as. This is because of some defect in the PN junction. Okay, this is the series resistance because of the so many resistances in the layer, semiconductor layer, contact, metal contacts, whatever there in the electrical side. So all together we can call it as a series. So this is equal to the equivalent model of a solar cell. So let us see this is the IV characteristics curve. The difference between diode and the solar cell, once again, diode, we are giving biasing, and because of the biasing, current flow is there. But in the solar cell, current flow is there because of the photon energy. There is a current flow. Because of the current flow, potential is formed. So we call it as a IV characteristics curve. And you can see this is the maximum point of current. So this current, when it is happening, when it is short circuited, when there is no resistance in the circuit, so this is the maximum short circuit current available. And you can say the total IL is equal to I photo is equal to the load current IL. So this point you can say short circuit current ISC. Okay, at this point, we already explained there is no voltage. Potential is there. There is no field because the current, whatever the electrons accumulated, all electrons are exited from the solar cell flowing through the conductor. So there is no potential. So potential is zero. Whereas in the open circuit, when the circuit is open, there is no load connected. When the circuit is open, that time there is no current. The voltage, we can say, the current, there is no way for the current to flow. So current is zero, but as I said, there is a potential pressure built up on either side. So this voltage is called open circuit voltage. So these are the two main points: short circuit current and open circuit voltage. आपका शॉर्ट सर्क्यूट करंट में वोल्टेज जीरो होती है, आपका ओपन सर्क्यूट वोल्टेज दैट इज द मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज, उस समय आपका करंट भी जीरो होती है. So this is the IV characteristics curve. We can trace this curve, and power, you all know, power is the product of voltage into current. We cannot get a power here this point and at this point, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपका करंट मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज जीरो, यहाँ पे करंट जीरो, मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज, वन ऑफ द फैक्टर इज जीरो मींस द पावर इज जीरो. So this is the power curve. You can see violet color. At this point power is zero, and at this point power is zero. Power is lying between these 2 points, that is represented by the violet color. Okay, now any point you can select on this blue color. Suppose I am selecting this point, current is this much and voltage is this much. If I select one point here, current is, voltage is up to here, this amount, current is up to here. If I select a point here, current is only this much, voltage is this much. Current is this much and voltage is this much. That means you can trace for a point where you can have the maximum power. So this green color square, you can see, this is the green color square. This point, you can have the maximum possible current, IMP, and maximum possible voltage. Any point other than this will either reduce current or reduce the voltage. Voltage या reduce कोई भी कम हो जाएगा, उसका वजह से power भी कम होगा. So this is the point, we can call it as MPP, maximum power point. Okay, so this is the point at which you can have maximum power you can harvest from the solar cell. The current corresponding to this power point is called maximum current at maximum power, and the corresponding voltage is termed as the voltage at maximum power. So this is the amount of voltage at maximum power, and this is the amount of current at maximum. Okay. See this diagram. There are 4 IV characteristics curves are shown, and we all know the current flowing, that is the light current, is directly proportional to the solar photon energy, and photon energy is directly proportional to the solar radiation. The amount of radiation falling on the PN junction decides the amount of current. There is no doubt. Okay, so radiation, the units of radiation is watts per meter square. So these are the radiation point: 250 watts per meter square, 500 watts per meter square, 750 and 1000 watts per meter square. Okay, so let us take a condition of a light radiation, that is 250 watts per meter square. The current production is this much, and the voltage production is this horizontal point. Okay, when the radiation is increased from 250 to 500 watts per meter square, let us see क्या change होती है. So obviously current is increased from one value to double of that value, because it is linearly increasing. The current, short circuit current, is linearly increasing with the radiation. So radiation double हो गया, आपका current भी double हो गया. This is the double. But this is not the case with the voltage. Voltage, there is an equation you can see: VOC is equal to KT by Q inverse of ISC by I0. ISC is the short circuit current, I0 reverse saturation current, K is the constant, T is the temperature, Q is the charge. Okay, so of course you can see voltage also should increase along with the current, because current is increasing with the radiation. So because of radiation, current is increasing, short circuit current is increasing, and short circuit current के अनुसार voltage भी बड़ा होना चाहिए. लेकिन there is a factor here that we'll see in the topic of some temperature effect also in detail. I0, reverse saturation current. So this is inversely proportional to the voltage. The forward biasing current in the case of diode and the reverse saturation current in the case of solar cell decides the voltage. So voltage is increasing but with a slow fashion. So you can see from this point to this point, आपका voltage का increase only this much है, but the current increase is double. When the radiation is increased from 250 to 500, current is doubled, but voltage is obviously not doubled, it is a little increase. So as you increase the radiation, you can see corresponding linear change is there in the current, in the case of current. But as far as the voltage concerned, you can see there is a slight variation. Finally, you can see there is no much difference between 750 watts and 1000 watts radiation. That means your output voltage is independent of the radiation, almost independent, but your current is increasing linearly with the solar radiation. आपका radiation जितना radiation ज़्यादा होगा उतना current बढ़ जाएगा, लेकिन voltage बढ़ेगा थोड़ा बढ़ेगा, बहुत कम बढ़ता है. So this is the effect of radiation on PV cell performance. So if you want, as I said in the last class, one cell is almost producing 0.5 to 0.6. Okay, so if you want more voltage, you have to connect the cells in series. So you can see this is number 1 cell, this is number 2 cell. When they are connecting in series, you can have same current but double voltage. So this cell is having 1 voltage 0.5, this cell is also having 0.5. When they are connected in series, दोनों series में होगा तो आपका 1 voltage मिल जाएगा, लेकिन current का same होती है. If you want more current but with the same voltage, you can connect 2 cells in parallel. So these are the 2 cells connected in parallel. You can see the current is doubled. Current due to this cell is up to this much, current due to this cell is this much, and this current is increased, but voltage is same. So red line shows the IV Cara curve of 2 cells connected in parallel, and this blue line, light blue line, shows the IV Cara curve of 2 cells connected in series. So you can increase the voltage or current flowing capacity by either connecting parallel or series. So the current, what are the factors affecting the current? So number one is the area of the solar cell. If you increase the area, more number of electrons are there to flow. So the radiation, as per the radiation, the current also will be increasing. So, but there is no difference in the voltage. तो voltage same रहेगा, लेकिन area बढ़ाएगा तो आपको current ज़्यादा मिलेगा. And number two is the number of photons, that is the power of the incident light. How many photons are acting on the PN junction of the solar cell? Okay, so all the photons are not sufficient to break the electron hole combination. The low energy, the band in the photon which is having less than band gap energy cannot take part in this process, and that is a waste. So that is why the efficiency of the solar cell is far low. Okay, so number of photons, how many photons? Okay, so many things are there. When the lights are acting incident perpendicularly on the solar cell, the number of photons will be more, and more current will be forced. So that all further number of photons depends upon further the angle, tilt, the time, season, etc., etc. And the spectrum of the incident light. So there is a spectrum coefficient called air mass. So air mass 1.5 spectrum, it means that is the length of the diffusion, length of the incident of the rays. So this is a coefficient. So depends upon this also your current flows different. So area, number of photons, and the spectrum constant. That is the AM. So normally, and one more thing, that optical properties, absorption and reflection. So as we explained in the last class, some of the photons will get reflected back. That is not taking part in the process. So that how much are being absorbed, how much are being reflected, usko upar bhi hoti hai. So and the condition of the panel outside, dust, dirt, etc. So all these parameters are affecting the short circuit current, whereas the voltage is not at all affected by all these things. Okay, so maximum power point that we have already explained in the IV characteristics curve. This is the point from where we can have the maximum voltage. Now the solar cell manufacturers, they are providing all the data at the backside of the solar panel. In that, the IMP and UMP will be mentioned. So current at the maximum power point, voltage at the maximum power point. So in the coming class, we will learn about the charge controller. So charge controller, there are two types, MPPT type and the two types, MPPT, and one more type is there. And in that, maximum power point is automatically searched. So in the IV character, we have seen the maximum power point can be varied. So it is to be selected, maximum at most utilization of voltage and current. Okay, so that decides the efficiency of the fill factor. One more thing we'll see. So current at the maximum power is called IMP, already explained. Voltage at the maximum power. This is the voltage corresponding to the maximum power point. Current corresponds to the maximum power point. Both are called voltage maximum power VMP and IMP respectively. So fill factor. What is fill factor? One more IV character, this red line. So this is the ISC point, this is the VSC point, and we know power is equal to voltage into current. So this rose color square, this one, this is the area represents a power, a theoretical power, because it is not possible. Because ISC, when ISC is there, VSC will be, VOC will be 0. When VOC is there, ISC will be 0. So this is, we can say theoretically, we can just imagine there is a maximum power. Whereas the IMP and VMP, because of the various factors, it is less than ISC and VOC, and this is the power point, maximum power point at which current is IMP and voltage is VMP. So this is the true practical power we can extract out from the solar cell. So this dark rose color or the area represented by A, that is a practically available power, and this is the imaginary light rose color area, area B, this full square. This represents the imaginary or the product of ISC into VOC. So it is the ratio for what is power for what is the fill factor. Fill factor is the ratio of the practically available power to the maximum theoretical power, or IMP into VMP divided by ISC into VSC, or you can say it can be represented by the area A divided by area B. Okay, B is not this only the area, B is the length into width, this length into this width. Okay. Now, so it is fill factor is equal to Vm into Im by Voc into Is. So this represents the losses in the PV cell. Why these points are less? This point is reduced means it is depends upon the what you call, because of the various losses. So normally typical fill factor is ranging from 0.5 to 0.8. The more is the fill factor value, the best is the solar panel. So solar panel manufacturers, they are indicating that the back side what is the fill factor also. So normally it is ranges from 0.5 to 0.8. ज़्यादा fill factor रहेगा उतना अच्छा है. Maximum power you will get from the solar panel. Next is efficiency. We should know the difference between fill factor and efficiency. Normally, efficiency we know it is a output by input, the ratio of output by input, or we can say the amount of output which can be taken from a given input. आपको जितना इनपुट दिया है, मिला है, कितना आउटपुट है, इसका रेशियो को एफिशिएंसी बोलता है. Fill factor we have seen the actual power by the theoretical power. But efficiency, it is the what is the input of the solar cell? It is the solar radiation. So it is a solar radiation. Solar radiation is in the watts per meter square. If you multiply the solar radiation by the area, we will get the total solar energy given, and insolation we given, and the output we can, electrical output we are getting power to the product of voltage into current. So it is the formula we can say efficiency is equal to maximum electrical power by area into irradiance, or output by P out by P in. What is P out? That is the product of voltage into current, VMP into IM. What is P in? That is the P in is the solar radiation into area. And P max, how we will get the P max? If you know the solar cell open circuit voltage and short circuit current multiplied by the fill factor, आपको P max मिलेगा. How much power, maximum power we can extract out? This depends upon the fill factor, voltage, open circuit voltage and short circuit current. So finally efficiency is equal to VOC ISC into FF divided by P. So this is the efficiency. Okay. Now efficiency, everything is tested. Fill factor, everything is tested. But during manufacturing, all the data are tested, and as per MNRE, all this data should be displayed at the back side of the solar panel. When you purchase a solar panel, turn to the back side you can see a table where all the maximum power, current at maximum power IMP, current voltage at maximum power VMP, VOC, ISC, and fill factor, everything will be displayed. And how they are testing? The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, there some standards are set. So whatever the parameters, data they are telling, that is tested as standard test condition. That means the irradiation is considered as 1000 watts per meter square, and that coefficient of spectrum, solar spectrum, is 1.5 air mass, and the temperature, the cell temperature, is 25 degrees Celsius. Please make sure ensure this is not the ambient temperature. This is the temperature of the solar cell. The solar cell temperature will be vary from the ambient temperature because of so many factors. When you give a glass cover, the temperature inside is increased. Okay, so this is a standard test condition. Okay, and standard operating condition also. So standard test and the standard operating conditions are set and it should be approved by the MNRE. Then only we can go for the sale of the solar panel. I hope you understood what are the electrical characteristics, what are the factors affecting this. Okay, so if you know to increase the voltage to solar cell, how it should be connected, either in series or parallel. आपको voltage बढ़ाना है, current आपको same रखना है, तो series cell आपको seriously connect करना है या parallelly connect करना. Please type on the chat. Now we'll see the effect of temperature. Effect of temperature on the solar panel. So because you know sun having light energy and sun is having light energy and heat energy. So whether these two energies are useful advantages or not, so that we have to see. So there's no doubt when as the light is more, radiation is more, your output will be more, current will be more, voltage also will be slightly increased, the power also will be increased. Okay, so like other semiconductor devices, solar cells are sensitive to temperature also. So increases in temperature reduce the band gap. In the previous class, we have seen how the photons are breaking the neutral atom. The semiconductor atoms are having a moderate energy band gap. When this energy, when the input energy, like a photon energy, is more than the band gap energy, the electrons from the valence band will be drifted to the conduction band. So when the temperature is more, it is reducing the band gap. This is additional, we can say, light. This is also a energy source. So energy, it starts agitating the electrons, and the band gap, that means the required energy to extract the electron from valence band to conduction band is reduced. So lower energy is therefore needed to break the band. Okay. So let us see. IV Kara curve again. You can see two curves. One is at one temperature. There is a blue line. You can see ISC is here and V is here. The blue line is showing a IV Kara curve at normal standard test condition. Suppose due to heat, sun again, the heat is produced, heat is increased. So the current is increased little. You can see the current is increased little. But this is the surface, voltage is decreased considerably. आपका current ज़्यादा हो गया, voltage बहुत कम हो गया. So the amount of current, the percentage of current increase is less than the percentage of decrease in voltage. It finally affects the output power also. So obviously your power is also decreased due to the hike in temperature. Okay, so due to the hike in temperature, current is increased little, but voltage is decreased. Let us see what is happening. This is because of the reverse saturation current. In the open circuit voltage decreases the temperature of the temperature because of the I0. So this is the formula for the reverse saturation current. I0 is equal to QA into dNi square by L into Nd. So Q is the charge, A is the area, and D is the diffusivity of, this depends upon the material. Silicon का कुछ diffusivity होती है, जर्मेनी का दूसरे होती है. Ni is the intrinsic carrier concentration, minority carrier concentration, and L is the minority carrier diffusion length. That is, we can say the thickness of the semiconducting material, and Nd is the doping index. Okay, so from this you can see I0 depends upon all these factors. Now, going back, intrinsic carrier concentration, Ni, it is further depends upon the temperature, you can see from the formula. So Ni, intrinsic concentration, square is equal to 4 into 2 pi kt q, kt by h square q, me into mh raised to 3 by 2, exponential minus Eg0 by kt. So T is the temperature. T is the temperature. H and K are the constants. H, K, and B are the constants. And Me and Mh are the effective mass of electron and hole. Electron or hole का mass होती है. And Eg is the band gap. So from this formula also you can see Ni is proportional to the temperature. When the temperature is increased, the carrier, when the temperature is increased, we can see Ni is increased. Ni is the intrinsic carrier concentration. When the Ni is increased, Io is also increased. So reverse saturation current is increased with the temperature. Okay, so substituting the value of Ni in this formula, Io we are getting Qa by D by L and D VTQ. So you can see Io is solely dependent on the temperature. If you take all other things are constant, whereas the temperature varies, that is a T cube, whereas Io is drastically increased. When the Io is increased, there is a formula for circuit voltage. Already we have seen KT by Q inverse of ISC by I0. So I0 and VOC, it is inversely proportional. So a large increase in the reverse saturation current reduces the voltage. Of course, this voltage should be increased with the current. When the temperature is increased, ISC is increased, but the increase in the ISC is far less than the increase in the reverse saturation current. So because of this, we can say that voltage is reduced and current is increased in the case of current is increased, but the voltage decreased. So obviously power is also decreased. So current, there is a positive percentage of increase per degree Kelvin or degree centigrade, but voltage there is a negative percentage of percentage per degree centigrade, and power also obviously there is a negative value. Okay. So with the increase in temperature, we can say आपका output भी कम होती है. So this is a model of data sheet provided at the backside of the solar panel. Power is given 430 watt, cell efficiency is given 20.5%, panel efficiency is given, when the only one cell if you consider, that is 20.5, panel efficiency 20.1, and this is the voltage at the maximum power point, 72.9 volt. Here you can see an open circuit voltage 85.6, so your available or useful voltage is only 72.9. Same is case with the current. Short circuit current is 6.43 ampere, whereas the available or useful current is 5.97. Okay, so power, there is a temperature coefficient. Just now I said, you can see the current per degree Kelvin, there is a positive increase, 3.5 milliampere per degree Kelvin. हर एक डिग्री केल्विन इंक्रीज में आपको 3.5 मिली एम्पियर करंट बढ़ जाता है, but voltage you can see there is a tremendous decrease, that is in the reverse minus. Every degree Kelvin there is a 235.5 millivolt decrease. So power, obviously you know the product of current and voltage. and power is also having a decrease, that is minus 0.38% per degree Kelvin. So this shows the effect of temperature. So all these other parameters are concerned to mechanical. So this is the IV character. So this is a standard model, MNR model of data sheet pasted at the backside of the solar panel, which is approved by MNR. So what happens to the output power when you increase if the temperature is increased? Mind it, this is cell temperature, not the ambient temperature. When the cell temperature is increased, why I am saying is cell temperature will be different from ambient temperature, because inside temperature will be more than the ambient. But there is a wind, means the temperature will be again reduced. So on increase of cell temperature, the output power, whether it is increasing or decreasing, you can tell. So let us see what are the factors affecting the panel performance. Temperature, one thing we have seen, that is the most important. The second, other general factors which are affecting the efficiency, affecting the panel performance, affecting the fill factor. Number one is the insolation. What is the insolation? The total radiation on a particular space. Solar radiation, that is called insolation. How much insolation is coming? So in the last class we have seen insolation means there are three types of solar radiation. One is direct radiation, diffused radiation through some clouds and all, that is a powerless radiation we can say, and some reflective, आने के बाद light directly आने के बाद reflect हो जाता है from the surface of the earth. So the direct radiation is having the more power, more photons are there, more strong high energy photons are there. So it depends upon the insolation of the cell panel का performance change होती है. Second is the shading. Whatever may be the solar radiation, if the panels are provided on the rooftop, side by if any trees are there, buildings are there, there will be a shading effect. So in one particular panel, all the cells are connected in series. If one of the cell is under shading, that one set of the cells are ineffective. We cannot get the output from it. So shading effect more we will see in the forthcoming classes. So shading also, because it depends upon the photons, the performance depends upon the photon. Shading will reduce the performance by reducing the number of photons. And the orientation. So orientation, we know the Earth is 23.5 degree inclined to the polar axis. If you check the north and south with a magnet, you will get a magnetic north and south. So there are two north and south. One is magnetic north and south, one is geographical north and south. So if you are using a compass to find the north-south direction line, this is not the actual north-south in terms of the solar radiation. So sufficient adjustment is required. If you just using a solar compass, if you to install the solar panel, so that will reduce the radiation, because that is not the correct north-south geographical axis. So that is different. So orientation is also a affecting factor of the panel performance. The tilt angle. So something little we have studied in the last class. We are in the northern hemisphere. The solar panel, to get the perpendicular solar radiation, we should keep the panel at a certain angle towards the south. So this angle, actually the solar radiation angle is getting changed from time to time. Every day, so morning solar tilt angle is, radiation angle is not the case in the noon, and not in the case of afternoon, evening. And season wise, in the month also, the angle is changed. So if you can change the solar panel tilt accordingly to get the perpendicular radiation, we get the more output. So this is not practically possible. We can have a seasonal change, but daily we cannot change the tilt time. So tilt, of course, but tilt angle decides the performance. If the solar incident is happening in an angle, the performance will be less. If it is perpendicular, performance will be less. So you cannot change, you cannot tell the sun to incident perpendicularly, whereas you can change the panel angle, that is called tilt angle. Temperature we already seen. When the temperature is increased, the power output is decreased because of the small hike in current and bigger decrease in the voltage. And load resistance, of course. This is solar cells are badly affected by the load resistance. When the load resistance are more, the current flow will be very less. So load resistance is also. So insulation, shading, orientation, tilt angle, temperature, and load resistance are the 6 main factors. Besides this, the condition of solar panel, dust and dirt on that over that, bird shitting over that, all these will affect the panel performance. So you have to maintain all these things high, then only you will get the maximum panel performance. Okay. So you can just type it, any 2 factors which affect the solar cell performance. So solar performance कम किसका वजह से होती है? कोई भी 2 factor आप टाइप कर लीजिएगा. Now let us see the losses in the solar panel. Actually, these losses decide the fill factor of the. Just now we have seen the fill factor. So that is a ratio of theoretical power, practical power by theoretical power. So what are the losses in the solar cell? There are, we can categorize into 2, fundamental loss and technical loss. The fundamental losses are the low energy photon. I said all the photons are not capable of striking and getting the electron hole pairs out. So those photons having energy less than the band gap energy is not at all taking part in the process. So low energy photon is a loss. Excess energy, if it is a too much excess energy photon, it will create the heat loss. High heat will be produced, and the effect of heat we have seen already. Then the voltage loss, because of the we can say the impurities or defective in the region, that reduces the voltage. The voltage, small local current will flow, voltage will flow, reduction will be there, and that reduce the voltage. Fill factor loss, because of so many factors we have seen, fill factor, the maximum current and maximum voltage which can be taken out will be less, and it will affect that is actually a loss. That bigger square and smaller square we have seen, that is actually a loss. Come to the technical loss. After technical loss, mein optical and electrical. Optical means this is regarding the radiation. As I said, this radiations, diffuse radiations are there, direct radiations are there, reflective, albedo radiations are there. So these radiations, some of the radiation photons will reflect back from the top layer of the solar cell. So we can give an anti-reflecting coating which will reduce the reflection. Still we can say some of the energy is lost because of the reflection. Shadowing already we have seen, if there is a shadow, okay, and non-absorbed. Some are non-absorbed. Okay, so dust and dirt also, it will reduce the photons. So optical difference. Although and one more, you can say we are giving metallic conductors, finger connectors on the top of the solar panel. This is actually reducing the photon striking area. So photon striking area is reduced by the amount of the area of the metallic conductors which is provided for a easy conduction of the current. So this is unavoidable, but by reducing the width of the metallic conductor, by selecting high conductive metals like silver, you can reduce the current. Otherwise, you can use a transparent metallic conductor, so we can reduce the absorbing area loss. Okay, electrical loss, we all know the ohmic resistance. Wherever resistance is there, that is a IR drop will be there. So edge of the solar cells, connectors, and wherever we have solders point, so there will be a resistance. where voltage will be dropped and power will be reduced. Recombination. See, when the radiations are falling on the PN junction, electron holds the pair, that is true. And electrons are moving towards the negative side and protons are moving towards the holes. Holes are moving back to the P side. But sometimes, some of the meantime, some of the electron hole pairs will recombine also. So recombining means it is a reduction of the number of electrons flowing towards the negative side. So recombination and ohmic resistance is also electrical. So these are the losses available pertaining to the solar cells. So you can tell one of the method to minimize the optical loss. Optical loss means आपका जो light maximum पहुंचना चाहिए, वो light को आपका light को obstruct करता है. How you can minimize the optical loss? So कम कैसे करेंगे? So today's class we have seen various parameters of solar cell and the effect of temperature on solar cell, other general factors which are affecting the performance of solar cell, various losses pertaining to the solar cell. So these are the things we have discussed today, and next class we will see different PV system. There are off-grid system, on-grid system, and their components. So how you can commercially utilize the solar cell, solar modules, what are the associated components required, what are the methods and where it is required, where it will be suitable. That all we'll see in the next class. Okay, so many answers I got from these questions. That's all. My class is over. Thank you.